Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if this is not your first time here. My name is Julia. Today I'm on a mission to get dinner pulled together really quick. I'm sure I will get it done in the time allotted, but today is my son's first day at daycare and I need to pick him up in less than an hour. So I want to just get dinner prepped. I think when I pick him up, I'm gonna take him on a walk because he is still too young for the daycare to take him outside during the day, but it is a gorgeous day in Chicago. It's just one of those perfect spring days where it's warm but not hot, blue skies, little breeze. So I would like to get outside and move my body a little bit, and I'm sure my baby would also love to get outside. So with that said, I'm going to start grabbing some stuff to pull dinner together and I will show you what we're making. Dinner is going to be a Mexican stuffed pepper casserole. This is my own recipe. I kind of just tweaked a stuffed pepper recipe because in my opinion, the worst part of stuffed peppers is the peppers. They're mushy, they're unseasoned, there's like nothing special about them. So I decided, why don't I just throw everything in a casserole dish and bake it up like that so that you can get seasoning into the peppers and basically just make it really delicious. A few weeks ago, I was at Aldi and I had actually already picked up bell peppers, but I saw in the freezer cases, they had this pepper blend with onions. So that just makes my life super simple. I grabbed a couple bags of these. I probably will only use about half a bag of this. I also got some rice already done cooking in the rice cooker. And instead of using meat, I'm actually going to use this Loma Linda plant-based goodness taco filling. So this is a plant-based meat alternative. Is it the best thing I've ever tasted? No. Is it good? Yeah, it's fine. And it's already got like the taco seasoning all in there, so I don't even need to add a packet of taco seasoning or anything. So basically what I'm gonna do is get the peppers and onions sauteing. Once those start cooking, I'm gonna add the fake meat in. And then finally, I'm gonna add in a can of diced tomatoes with green chilies. It'll go in a casserole dish with rice, and it'll have some green enchilada sauce mixed in there as well. Mix a little bit of cheese in, top with a little bit of cheese, and then it will be good to go. And basically the only thing I'll have to do is bake it to sort of heat it up, get the cheese melted, and then we will eat it with tortilla chips. So I am about to get started. Let's go. This was never a super common dinner in my rotation, but it was a pretty good, easy one, and it makes a lot of leftovers. And now I'm even more excited that I don't even have to do the prep work to dice the vegetables. These are coming, I'll just pour them in. You can see these are in long pieces, and that is totally fine. Does not really make a difference because if there's any big pieces, we'll just cut them up. So I'm gonna get this chip clipped, and here's a fun fact. Just buy some wooden clothespins, endless chip clips. I'm gonna let these start cooking, and like I said, the meat packet has taco seasoning already in it, so I'm not going to add much to the vegetables here, but I will salt and pepper them just to give them a little bit of flavor, and then I will taste it before we assemble everything once the fake meat is in it, just to make sure that the flavor is good. While this is starting to cook, I'm just going to spray a, what is this, an 8x8 baking dish. And now this is ready to go for when everything is ready to assemble. I'm gonna just chop up a couple of these really big pieces, but like I said, it's really no big deal if the pieces are big, because we can just cut them with a fork when we eat. All right, those thawed pretty fast. So now I'm going to add our tomatoes with green chilies and the fake meat. Like I said, It's not my favorite thing I've ever eaten. It definitely doesn't look super appetizing, but I guess neither does just like ground beef or whatever, so no big deal. And then I'm gonna just give this all a nice mix together, let it cook. Just let the flavors come together a little bit, and then I will scoop in the rice. While this is cooking behind me, I am gonna show you my new pride and joy. I mentioned at the end of my last video we had a new kitchen appliance on its way. You guys, did you know these existed? This is my brand new miniature chest freezer. It is 3.5 cubic feet. It's so new that I still have a bunch of the stickers still on it. And now that has a home in my kitchen. I originally was thinking about getting one of these. First, I was originally thinking, do they even make these? Because I am breastfeeding and breast milk is taking up a lot of my freezer space in our refrigerator. I'm only going to be pumping more now that I'm going back to work full time and my baby is in daycare, so more of his feeds will be from pumped breast milk, and I always pump a little bit more than he needs every time I pump. So I am continually storing, and it was just taking up way too much space in our freezer. There was no room for other stuff. I'm just gonna turn the heat down and get the rice into here while I finish talking to you. But obviously I don't need 3.5 cubic feet just for breast milk. So what this means is that I can, for the first time, work on building freezer stashes of food. So this can be things that are pre-made but just need to be cooked, baked, finished off. Things like cookie dough, things like lasagnas or casseroles, things like that. Or I can put completely finished foods like freezer waffles, banana bread, zucchini bread, things like that, so that I can just grab them, pull them out of the freezer, and have things already prepared. So I'm really, really excited about this. Like I said, today was my son's first day at daycare, and it's actually my last day of maternity leave. So this was the first day, and maybe one of the only days for a while, that my son wasn't home, but I was, and I wasn't working. I had big plans for so many things that I wanted to do today, and to be honest, I got a lot of them done. I ran some errands, did some returns, bought myself a new pair of walking shoes, and what else? My husband and I went out to lunch together today. I got a bunch of laundry folded, I got another load washed, did some vacuuming, things that are just really hard to do when I'm here with the baby. And I had big plans. I thought I was gonna make a bunch of freezer waffles and I was gonna make some cookie dough to stick in the freezer. I didn't get there. But you know what? That is okay, because now that he's in daycare, I'm going to have more time in my day. Let me show you what this looks like. So you can see, it really does just look like stuffed pepper filling. And I'm going to get this assembled. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of enchilada sauce in the bottom of my dish and then spoon this in. Actually, I'll probably mix a little bit of cheese in here first just so it gets melty, and then spoon this into this dish, top with some more cheese and enchilada sauce, and then we will be good to go for dinner. I'm just gonna throw in some cheddar cheese because that's what I have on hand, and to be honest, I kind of forgot some of the ingredients that I needed to make this because it has been so long since I made it. So I did just have to run out to the store to get the enchilada sauce before I started this. And this is the cheese that we have. So I'll throw a little bit of this in here just to get it a little gooey and cheesy. Stir this up. So yeah, sending my son to daycare today was pretty emotional. I definitely cried a couple of times this morning, but as the day went on, I started feeling much more calm and comfortable with it. The daycare uses an app that the teachers can track every time he eats, has a diaper change, takes a nap, all of that stuff, and they can also send pictures. I think they sent extra pictures because it's his first day and they know that parents get emotional, but it was really kind of like comforting to actually see in real time like what time he's eating, what time he's napping. I've been really concerned about his napping because he's not a great napper. If you've seen any of my videos since I've been back, since having him, he does not like napping in a crib. He much prefers napping in my arms. unfortunately, the daycare teachers cannot contact nap with him, and I am not there to do that. So, you know, I don't think he's getting like incredible naps while he's there, but he's definitely getting some naps. He actually went down 3 times today, which is great. So hopefully he's not a cranky mess when I pick him up in a half an hour, but we'll find out. So that's why I wanted to get this done, just in case he is in a mood, so I can kind of just like wait and see, and I can pop it in the oven to finish whenever it makes sense. So if he's in a good mood and he can just sort of like sit and hang out with me, I can get it done and have dinner before he goes to bed. Or if it needs to wait until after I put him to bed, then I can just like pop this in the oven while I get bedtime ready and then eat after he's asleep. By the way, my husband is at work. He works afternoons, evenings, weekends, basically every time that I am not working. So that's why if it sounds like I'm doing everything, it's because that's what happens during baseball season. He is a youth baseball coach. So I'm gonna spoon this in. This came together so fast. Like, I remember it being a simple meal, but having those pre-chopped veggies honestly made this such a simple meal. And I only used half a bag, so I still have enough frozen veggies for 3 more recipes of this. Maybe one day I will do sort of a freezer prep and just get one of these cooked off and frozen, or 2 of these, I don't know, and put in my new deep freezer. Otherwise, I can do this for an easy weeknight meal. That has been one of my biggest challenges when I've been home with him, whether or not it's a day that I'm off or working. I've been working part-time, 3 days a week, in the office pretty much one of those days, and working from home 2 of those days, and just sort of like juggling between my husband and I who's taking care of the baby at any given time. You know, after you've been with your baby all day, it's hard to like have the energy and motivation to get things done, even if he's being calm. Like, at the end of the day, I'm tired, or I just want to like sit and play with him and read to him because I've been working all day and, you know, trying to just juggle feeding him and entertaining him and holding him if he's napping, or dealing with putting him down for a nap when he doesn't want a nap. All to say, I think daycare is going to be a really good thing for our family. That doesn't mean that it's not super emotional, but I think that this is the right move for our family. And I give major credit to parents who stay home full-time with their children. It is so much work. Even when I am not working, those 4 days of the week that I'm not working, being with the baby all the time is so much work. So I give all the credit in the world to the stay-at-home parents, the caregivers. Honestly, these daycare teachers, it's 2 teachers in a classroom with 8 babies, all under like 15 months or something. That's so much work. So thank your childcare providers. Thank you. If you are a childcare provider, you are doing amazing work. If you are a parent staying home with a child, you are also doing amazing work. And if you're a parent who's sending your child to daycare because you need to, because you want to, whatever it is, I see you, and I'm glad that we have the option to make those choices for our families. I'm going to top this with just a little bit more enchilada sauce. I do not think I need this whole can, but like, what am I gonna do with the rest of it? Maybe I'll freeze the rest of it. Maybe I'll do that. I think I might put the rest of this in a bag and just freeze it. No, I'm just gonna use it all. There's not that much left. Okay, and then I'm just gonna sort of like make little wells so it goes in and mixes up. I'm a little nervous. I am not a spicy gal. I am like mild all the way, and they did not have any mild green enchilada sauce. So we're doing medium today. And we'll see how it goes. I'm sure I'll be fine. This I'm just gonna top with some more cheese. And that's dinner. So like I said, this is going to basically just sit. I'm gonna leave it out because it is hot, but if I find that I need to leave it out longer, I'll just throw some foil on top of it and pop it in the fridge until I'm ready to bake it. And then I'll probably just put the oven on to 375 or 400 with that foil on the top just to sort of get everything going. Take off the foil for the last few minutes to get the cheese nice and melty and bubbly. And then we will serve with some tortilla chips. I will try to get some clips when it is all served up. Life with a 4-month-old. I don't always have the option to get that, but I will try my best. Super easy dinner. That got thrown together in no time at all. And I'm so excited to eat this. It has been a very long time. Thank you so much for watching. I feel like this was a very chaotic video because I feel very chaotic, but I appreciate you for being here. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. It really does help my channel grow. And that's all she wrote. Let me see if there's any last chores that I can get done before I have to go pick baby up. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.